It may feel like you have a million things to do to get into college. Aside from studying and getting good grades, your friends are also getting involved in multiple clubs and activities, and some of them are even working part-time. But when it comes to filling your schedule, quality is more important than quantity, and a passion project is one of the best examples of a quality activity. Hey, it's Bo, your niche school counselor, and today I am going to show you how to start your very own passion project. This will help you to be a little more strategic and focused when it comes to getting involved in extracurriculars. I'm telling you now, you don't need to be the president of 6 different clubs on your campus. Instead, you can make a bigger impact by working on a project that you're actually passionate about. In this video, I'm going to walk you through how to choose your passion project, and then I'll help you come up with a plan of action to actually make it happen. It's a lot to cover, so let's get started. A passion project is kind of like your very own little adventure, something that you can dive into with all of your heart and your soul. It's the thing that you do outside of your normal routine that's driven by what you truly love and enjoy. Whether it's starting a business, creating art, writing, or giving back to your community, it's all about exploring your creativity and your interest in a way that feels just right for you. In addition to helping you explore your interest and build new skills, a passion project can also be a very valuable addition to your college applications. Pursuing a passion project is going to show the colleges that you're ambitious, that you're self-motivated, and these are all qualities that every college wants to see. And it can really take on any form. I've had students that have started clubs, businesses, Instagram pages, blogs. They were able to actually make their extracurricular section stand out in their college apps thanks to all of their success. Passion projects can enrich your college apps, teach you a new skill, and they can lead to your personal growth. So let's go ahead and get started and figure out exactly what your passion project will be. First things first, we need to figure out what your passion project should even be. So to do that, we're gonna go ahead and start with a brainstorming activity. And for this one, I want you to take out a sheet of paper, a Google Doc, or however you prefer to write your thoughts out. What you're gonna do after that is you're gonna split up your paper or your Google Doc into 4 different sections. And I'm gonna ask you a few different questions on 4 different topic areas: creativity, passions, career, and your current enjoyment. We're gonna first start with creativity. For this section, I want you to go through and I want you to answer these questions and really think about them. The first is, what do you wish you knew how to do? The second one is, if you could go back in time, what would you want to learn as a kid? And the third is, what skills do your friends have that you admire or envy? And to show you exactly how to go through this brainstorming activity, I'm actually going to do this myself. So for the first question, what do you wish you knew how to do? I'll jot down some random skills that I wish I could master. Right now, I wish I knew a little bit more about creating and editing YouTube videos, especially because I'm diving into making them. Even though, shout out Maxine, our video editor, she helps me a ton on these. I think it would be great, even though I get all that help, if I had some of that knowledge for myself. Also, I love reading, and I've always dreamed about writing a novel or a book someday, so I'll put that on there as well. And then for the next question, if you could go back in time, what would you want to learn as a kid? For me, that's easy. I definitely picked dance. I used to dream of learning how to dance and becoming a dancer, and dance might sound kind of random, but who knows? Who knows where this is leading? And this is all just part of the creative journey, so trust the process. Let your brainstorm be just that, a brainstorm. The last question for this section is, what skills do your friends have that you admire or envy? And for me, this one would probably be related to fitness. I am pretty jealous of some of my friends that know exactly what to do when they go to the gym, or a few of my other friends who have embraced yoga and Pilates, which I've never tried. I'm a bit hesitant to really step out of my comfort zone, but I would honestly love to try something new when it comes to fitness. So I'm gonna jot down all of these things in terms of something that I admire or envy of my friends. I think that's all I have for the creativity section. So for now, I'm gonna go ahead and move on over to the passion side. For passions, let's go through some questions. The first is, what makes you really angry or really happy? And then the second is there anything that you find yourself reading or learning more about on your own? The first question under passions is, what makes you really angry or really happy? And for me, I guess you could say that I feel really angry about inequality in the educational system. It upsets me that some students that I've seen don't have the same access or resource that other students do just because of where they live or what they're able to afford. And on a related note, to answer the other side of the question, helping students is truly something that makes me very happy. It's why I became a school counselor. So whether it's big or small, it brings me so much joy to know that I've helped a student achieve something that'll improve their life or set them up for success in some way in the future. The next question is there anything that you find yourself reading or learning more about on your own? And for that, I would say I am constantly looking for college news or updates or just things out there that might benefit students somehow. I find any information useful if I think it may help students level the playing field in terms of their education and their future. So that's all I have for passions. Now I'm going to move on over to the next section. So the next section is careers. So let's get into some questions that can help you start thinking about careers. The first question is, ask yourself what career you would choose if there were no barriers like education, money, or skills. For this one, I think it'd be cool to try my hand at being a news anchor, or a YouTuber, or an author, or an app developer, even though I have little to no computer science knowledge. The second question that I want you to go through is, it's more for those that are a little unsure of what kind of career they want to focus more on the work life. So ask yourself, what type of work do you envision? Do you envision working from home, office, working on a team, individually? For me personally, I truly love having the freedom to work from anywhere. And I also like working the traditional 9 to 5 hours where I have the weekends off so I can mentally unwind. Taking stock of your preferences like this can really help you rule out some fields or profession. For example, for me on this one, news anchor. I wouldn't have much time to work from home or enjoy the flexibility of my schedule if I went that route. So take a look at what you're writing down and what thoughts come up as you look at the career options and the work life that you envision. Now we come to the fourth and final section, which is current enjoyment. So the first question is, what do you love doing right now? Currently, I love spending time with my family and my friends. I love going out for a walk or a jog. I like practicing mindfulness and gratitude. I love journaling. I also just love the sport of soccer. I enjoy playing it. I enjoy watching my son play. And I also enjoy watching our professional team here in town. I enjoy creating TikToks with my family. I enjoy cooking. I enjoy vacations. So jot down all the things that you enjoy, and then let's talk about the next question. The next question is, what are some of your favorite ways to spend time outside of school or extracurricular activities? And for me, I'm gonna keep it simple. When it comes to my spare time, some of my favorite ways to spend it are reading books or watching TikToks, or maybe listening to music. Now that you've answered the questions in all 4 sections, what I want you to do is go through and circle or highlight similar themes or ideas that come up in any of your answers. Spend some time looking over every area and try to circle things that are similar in nature. Using my sheet as our example, one thing that catches my eye is the whole video making process. I can circle shooting, editing, TikToks. They all kind of tie in together, so I could definitely work that into a project. And then there's another theme that keeps coming up, writing and reading. And those kind of go hand in hand too. So I'm gonna circle those. Also, even though it only showed up in the passion section, I know that helping students is a very strong passion of mine. So as I'm thinking of passion projects, I'm going to be looking for ways that I can weave that into whatever my project is. Once you've identified some common themes in your sections, then we can figure out what the project will be and how to create an action plan. So let's turn these themes into project ideas. First, start by listing out all the common themes that you circled from your brainstorm. Once you look at everything written out, maybe you'll get an idea in a passion project clearly. But if you don't get an idea right away, that's okay too. Aside from making videos to help students prepare for college, which is what I'm doing right now, I was really drawing a blank on how to connect my themes. So I went to ChatGPT and I asked it to generate possible passion project ideas that weave in a few of my bullet points. It gave me several great ideas, but I picked out my 2 favorite. And the first was to partner with a local school or community organization to offer workshops on the college application process, providing resources for continued education and growth. Or the second option was to write an ebook for students incorporating personal stories, research findings, and practical tips to help students as they go through high school and prepare for college applications. And they also mentioned that this ebook can include mindfulness journal activities to help students achieve academic success in a healthy manner. So if you look closely, these two ideas combine all of my main interests, and most importantly, I'm actually excited about trying one of them. So you should do the same for your own sheet, and after you've come up with an idea, or two or three, then we can develop a project outline. To come up with an action plan, let's start by writing down our goal. I'm simply going to write the main goal of the project idea that ChatGPT gave me. So for me, my goal will be written out pretty simple like this: write an ebook for students. The next thing that you want to fill out is the skills that it will take you to complete this project. For my example, it would be writing, illustration, research, storytelling. Don't worry about naming every single skill that you'll need, because you can always adjust and add to this doc later on as you learn what it takes to accomplish your project. Feel free to use the skills section to do some research on your own. For example, I might watch some YouTube tutorials on illustration, or I might read some blog posts with tips on how to research and cite sources for my ebook. Next, you'll want to jot down the resources that you'll need in order to get started. So for resources, mine's pretty simple. I would just list laptop and internet. Next, you will want to set up a timeline for when you plan to finish the project. So if you're a freshman in high school, this can be a much longer timeline. But if you're a junior and you want to include this on your college apps, then you might want a shorter timeline. For my project, just for the sake of this example, I'm going to go ahead and just say my timeline is 9 months. Then I will list out the physical results I expect for this project. For me, the results could be listed like this: 1 chapter per month for 9 months, a fully completed ebook at the end of 9 months with illustrations. And if you're feeling motivated, you can even list out a stretch goal, which for me would be to actually publish this ebook within a year. Next, let's move into the launch plan, which will include more specifics as to what needs to be completed and when. Think of this as a shorter goals leading to the final results section. For me, since I want to complete 1 chapter each month, I know that the first month it's super important to kickstart this project and stay on track, so it'll help to have the plan in front of me in order to stay motivated and organized. You'll want to list out the first goal. For me, it would say create an outline with the sections and the topics listed. The second thing would be the introduction written, and then the third would be that the first chapter of the book is written. After that, I would give myself a completion date, so maybe a month, so November 30th, I would give myself a deadline. Then I would go into the second goal, and that would be that the second chapter is written, illustrations and design work is completed for the first chapter, and then again, I would give myself a completion date, maybe a month after that, so December 31st. Do this all the way until you finish the task needed to get to the final results. Since I have a timeline for 9 months, I would list out all of my small goals for all 9 months of this project. And hopefully, if all goes according to plan, I would have a completed ebook draft at the end of July. So keep your plan on hand as you work on your passion project. It's going to help you stay focused, stay organized, and accomplish what you set out to do 1 task at a time. In the end, maybe you'll accomplish exactly what you planned, or perhaps you'll go down a totally different path along the way. Either way, you have got yourself a passion project. It's something that was born from your ideas, your creativity, your passions, career, or whatever else you drew from to figure out what you wanted to do. Your passion project could be a lesson for the future, a fond memory, a unique experience that you can talk about in your college apps, or it can even be a way to make money. Whatever you choose, your passion project will definitely be a fulfilling journey. Who knows? Maybe it's time for me to write an ebook. Good luck to those of you who are brave enough to try out your very own passion project. I wish you nothing but the best. And don't forget to check out our links below for our downloadable brainstorming and action plan sheets so you can prepare to start your very own passion project. Thanks for watching, and I hope this helped.